Hi, I'm Libby Spears, co-founder of The C Factor, where courses, coaching, and community collide. This very thoughtfully designed space is for established leaders like you who are working to become more confident leaders. Every month we explore a C word, and because it's the new year, hello January, the word clarity is on my mind. As someone who is always working to become a more confident leader myself, I want to make sure that I have in place daily, weekly, monthly ways that will help me to have clarity. So I thought I'd share with you just a few things that I'm practicing in the month of January and hopefully build some muscle memory around those so that they go all the way into the year to help me maintain this thing called clarity. All right, clarity for me is really just all the efforts that we do in our lives to reduce confusion for ourselves and others. And because it's January and many of you may be making resolutions, perhaps you're thinking about some goals that you want to achieve this year, I'm focused really on the idea of internal clarity. So how do I create clarity for myself and in my life? I thought I'd share with you just a few things I'm doing right now. So one of them is such a simple and yet for some reason really hard thing to do, and that is I'm just slowing down. So instead of being in motion all of the time, trying to get 100 things done every day, I'm disciplining myself by going a little bit slower in my day. That will help me to reduce mistakes. I won't have to go back and pick up things that I dropped along the way because I was in such a hurry. And so just slowing down. And there's a really simple way that I practice slowing down, and it's actually the way I talk. So I slow down my speaking, not to a crawl, because I don't want to put people to sleep. But that's one way that has really helped me with clarity. A second thing I'm practicing right now is resisting the urge to multitask. How many of you are connecting with your team members, with your clients, your customers a lot through Zoom right now? And it can be very easy when we are zooming to try to be doing other things as we Zoom. It's so tempting to want to multitask. So I'm trying to stay really present around this idea of doing one thing at a time because I know that the research tells me multitasking doesn't work. And so in order to achieve clarity in my day, I'm doing one thing at a time. If you're like me and you're really motivated, inspired by short sayings that you could put on a sticky note, one of the things that you might do is grab a sticky note and just write down, make the thing, so that anything you're working on in that moment, that's what you're working on and you're fully in it. You're not distracted by 100 other things that are going on. Okay. If you've spent any time with me before, you know that I have a whiteboard in my bathroom. I talk about my whiteboard a lot, and if you know me, you know my love for my whiteboard and sticky notes. Those are two of my favorite methodologies for creating clarity in my life. But in 2021, specifically right now in January, I'm trying to elevate that up just a little bit. And so I went and just got two inexpensive whiteboards and put them on. I put one on my refrigerator and I put one on the back door when I'm going out to my garage to leave. So the one on my refrigerator, don't laugh. I'm using it to tell me what's in the refrigerator. I could open the door, but I'm using it to say, okay, here's your clarity for the week around eating. So here's what's in the fridge. Here are the meals that are prepared. I'm practicing meal prepping. This is new for me. I haven't done it before. Not to lose weight or anything, just as a practice of bringing the routine and the consistency into my life. And then the whiteboard on the back door, so as I'm leaving the house, is just to remind me on things that I sometimes forget. So for example, my whiteboard says, do you have your grocery bags? So if I'm gonna actually walk into a Kroger or a Target, which is kind of rare these days, but it does still happen when I forget something or don't order online and get everything I want, I want to remember to have my bags in hand. Do you have your wallet? Because I've gotten places before and had no wallet. And it's just bringing the clarity to the transition from home to wherever it is that I'm going. How do you do clarity? That's one of the things we want to hear about in this community of leaders as we support one another on how do we bring clarity to our lives as well. I think January is a really great time to do that. I'd love for you to be a part of our conversation. If you don't know much yet about the C Factor, please go and check us out at cfactorcommunity.com, where you can learn all about this program, where we incorporate the best of courses, coaching, and community, because we know leaders like you need all three in order to step into being a more confident leader. All right, here's to January and the start to 2021. I can't wait to hear about your wins.